Oh, right. That snuck up on me a little bit. The end of the theme music there. Here we are on, what is it? Thursday night. Possibly my last stream for the week. Sparsely streamed week, if that's the case, but what's here? So, damn it, Jimmy. I'm just looking up things I'm going to make. Right. Thinking to myself. Not really talking to myself, thinking to myself. Hey, Skylar. Hello, good morning. Whatever. Yep. It's very interesting, the late vote count going in exactly the opposite direction to what was expected. So, who knows, eh? Who knows? And hello, Celtic King. How you doing? Gonna make some cocktails tonight. 'Cause why not? Okay, so that's damn it, Jimmy. I think I got the wrong sherry. Do I care? Yeah, I got the wrong sherry. I should maybe go and get the right sherry. This is one of my more recent ones. Very bright. Bright yellow. She says she's waiting on overseas votes. Well, last week, Wilson was a complete dickhole about Zoe Daniel not conceding, saying, well, we should actually count all the votes first. And she's been proven correct. Even if Wilson ends up winning, she's been proven correct in not conceding that early. Celtic is good. You like it? Oh, yeah, I'm sinning against Yahweh. Or Yahoo Wahoo. But anyway. Skylar, that's okay. Got a bit of a sleep before a college class. I hope you have fun as well. I'm going to try and make it fun. I'm going to make a cocktail or two because there's who gives a shit about work on Friday? That's what I say. Well, I do a bit. So I don't want to completely fuck myself up. Did I forget anything else? If I go out and get something, I only want to go out once. Okay, do I want to go the whole way and get agave? Maybe I'll go out and get the agave syrup too for another cocktail. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. I need to look this up. Okay, so I assume a margariticus. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Margariticus. Ooh, wait, what the hell happened there? He actually recommends serving this on ice. Okay. All right, well, I got my ice glass ready. So that's all good. Yeah, he had a 1,000 vote lead, and that was expected to get bigger, and it shrunk to maybe 1,000 votes left to count. In case you're wondering what the hell we're talking about, Skylar, we had a federal election a little while ago. It was a resounding win for the Labour Party, orders of magnitude beyond what anyone expected. And in my local seat, there was an independent, conservative independent, but an independent going against the Conservative Party, which we call the Liberal Party. And this seat had been Liberal Party like forever. Previous election, the independent knocked off the sitting Liberal Party guy, shocked the fuck out of him, and it's very close this election, but it had looked like the Conservative won the seat back. But now they're down to the last 1,000 votes, and it's got really close again. It's anyone's game. Yes, this is an Australian federal election. And so as inconsequential as this is for the rest of the world, you know, we make a bit of a thing about it. Okay, what's the other cocktail I was going to make? A mosquito. What do we got? By Sam Ross, yes. Mezcal, bitter, lemon juice, ginger. Yep. All right, I'm going to make a note on my little recipe here. Mosquito. From Attaboy. NY. Done. Got a little. Alrighty. Okay, voting into office specifically. Okay, so we have a prime minister. So everyone across the country votes for their local member. They vote for the politician to represent their district. And then the party or coalition with the most seats gets to form government, and the leader of that party or coalition becomes prime minister. We had been going into the election, so we got the two parties, Labour and Liberal, which is like Labour and Tories in England, like Democrats and Republicans in the US. And the Labour government had won the previous election with a small majority, but it was a majority. And most of the polls said they were, well, the late polls, earlier in the year, it looked dodgy, but the late polls were they were going to win, maybe with a reduced majority. Outside chance they wouldn't have a majority. They had a smashing, crushing win. Like you needed 76 seats to govern. They've got like 92, 93. That's a huge margin. The opposition has about 40. So the government has double the number of seats in the parliament that the Conservative opposition has. So it was an absolutely unpredicted, crushing win. Safa, you like the idea of a president? See, it's actually complex. Changing the nature of your democracy is complex. I question the need for a president. What does a president do? It would be an absolute fundamental restructure of how Australian government works, which is no small undertaking. That's okay. I like sharing. Yeah. So our elections work differently to yours. Like we don't have a president. We don't vote for the prime minister. Everyone votes for their local party. We have the equivalent of your Congress and Senate, and the party or coalition that holds the most seats in the equivalent of their Congress, they form government, and the leader of that party is prime minister. But you don't vote for prime minister as such. Officially, our head of state is the monarch of England. which is stupid as fuck. And there's vice-regal representatives. Each state has an appointed governor who is technically the representative of the British Crown. They're mostly ornamental, but we did have a government thrown out by the Governor General, Governor of Australia overall, which is some serious friggin' bullshit, quite honestly. But that's a little bit of our history. Okay. So I was going to go and get the right sherry and the agave syrup. So that's like a minute. Let's take me less than a minute, then I'm going to start making a cocktail. Okay. Alrighty. I'm finally going to open a bottle of sake. Someone gave me more than a year ago and I've never opened. Let me go here and set up. So, sake is hiding in here in the forbidden cupboard of mystery. Okay. Let's have a look at what we're doing. Canada has a similar system to Australia, but Canada has some weird shit that I think makes no sense as well. But anyway. So damn it, Jimmy. Sorry, I just need to see if I can remember, not remember, well, I'm going to look up and then see if I can remember the backstory for Damn It, Jimmy. I don't think I'm going to tell that. Now I've looked up the story. I don't think I'm going to tell it. So there we go. What did I have for dinner? I made a mac and cheese bake with, I cooked up some onion, mushroom, chicken, add some mac and cheese and bake that, and it was really yummy. So I was a bit creative with my dinner tonight rather than simply microwaving something. All right. Let's get ready. What do I also want? I want white rum. And dry vermouth. Got just a little bit of sherry and a little bit of dry vermouth. Finicky little measurements. Okay, let's put that there. That there. Sake. Dry vermouth. Sugar syrup. Damn. Should I use yeah, I should use my Lister. God damn it, I'm gonna go out again. I've got to get a different sugar syrup, I have decided. Yes, that's me, Safa, the haute cuisine chef. I'll be back in a sec. got the appropriate sugar syrup. That may surprise people that I need to get a different sugar syrup. I actually have 5, I think, at the moment. 5 different sugar syrups that I've made. Different flavor bases. All right, white rum. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get ready to rumble. Sake. White rum. All right. And sugar syrup. And we're going to stir this. Man, he's like garnish it with 3 blue cheese stuffed olives. I am not doing that. I do not like olives. Oof. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, now this camera on here. Safi, you're betting I go to the kitchen again? I mean, that's a pretty safe bet. I just remembered something I was thinking of doing on stream that would require me going to the kitchen again. So maybe I won't do that. Was putting something in a barrel. I could just do that tomorrow. I don't have to do that on stream. Okay. Go pro. We are going pro. Because that's what we are, we're pros. Got to get this ready. Get ready. Do 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 do. Okay. How much is in this? 45 ml, 1.5, 3. I still think this is only going to be a Nick and Nora. So I'm going to put some ice in the drink. I'm going to chill my glass because I'm a goddamn professional. Doing it the way the big kids do. Okay, damn it, Jimmy. Right, now I'm ready. Let's do that. Seems fine. All right, let's go. 45 mils sake. For fuck's sake. White rum. Seven and a half mils of sherry. 7.5 mils. Like a dry smooth. 5 mils of sugar syrup. My apple flavored sugar syrup. Do apple peel. Okay. Let's just put the lids on everything because I am one clumsy mofo. And I could easily knock something over. That's old-fashioned mix. Let's bring that over here. Put those things there. And let's add the ice. Und stir. Don't think I put enough ice in this, but anyway. It's all good in the hood. That tastes interesting. Just double check that glass is in the right spot. Does look like it. And I gotta remember to take a photo of this. I was right about the glass. Go me. Okay, that's made. Now I got to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Here I come now. Okie dokie. Okay, that'll do it. You ready? Good lovers. This cocktail is the unusual. Danny, it was kind of like a martini. It had 3 wine-related elements in it: sake, sherry, and dry vermouth. It also has rum, which in a whole different direction. And I have to was the name that caught my eye. Interesting sounding drink. I'm gonna try it. That is quite nice. And a lot of final elements, and it does something in the neighborhood of a martini about it as well. But like I said, quite right. Take a slightly different direction to what gin would. I'll show you how to make it. Put 1.5 ounces or 45 ml of sake, then 1.5 ounces or 45 ml of white rum, then a 1/4 of an ounce or around 1/2 mils of a dry sherry, and 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5 mils of dry vermouth, then around a bar spoon or 5 mils of sugar syrup. Ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. I'm stirring that into a chilled Nick and Nog glass. This cocktail was created by Simon Difford's guide. Where you go to the site, you see the whole story about why it's called "Damn It, Jimmy." Something he heard was listening to a record, and you can go there and check the story out. He had a suggested garnish of 3 cheese stuffs, and I like olives. I certainly don't have any blue cheese stuffed olives. If you're a garnish person, now you know. That was the recommended garnish for this one, but it's nice, elegant, and standalone as well, I think. It's very and enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying yourself, wherever it may be. I hope most of all is you come back and see me again, as I'm always doing something new on the channel, and I think it's really worth your time. Come on back, and we'll have a good time. And have a good time in the meantime, but until I see you again, I'll say, okay, was it my imagination, or did the crap out completely while I was up there? Okay. That could be a bad sign. No, I did not mean to do that. Okay, switching stuff off. Do 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 do. Get ready, 'cause here I come. Gonna have this classy looking drink. Okay. Yeah, getting that really low quality, still crap. Yeah, my connection went south. Not sure. It's not coming good. Worst case scenario, it might die altogether. Oh, nice turn of phrase, Heine. How are you? Really good. Unlike the video quality. Fair call. Well, it is really not coming good, though. Move my hands quickly. I don't think you'll see them. That's actually pretty good. You know what? I'm going to put that on the maybe revisit at the end of the year. That's a nice martini alternative. If I declared myself a living god, started a church commission. Look, honestly, we were talking about this with ChatGPT the other night. That should start a cult. ChatGPT was simping to me, saying I was smarter than average. Yeah, definitely need to pray for my internet. This is the worst it's been in ages. I think Mrs. Angry is doing an online course. But yeah, what's this out of 10? It's at least 8 out of 10, which is why I think it's worth revisiting. Yeah, this is genuinely good. Very easy drinking. Could be a bit potent. Oh, we're back. We're fine. Yes, I'm cable in. Took a while. That's one of the longest sort of iffy stretches I've had with the connection. Damn. You know what I need to get? I need to get a new Wi-Fi booster for the hallway because I got one pretty much when we first moved in here 8 years ago, and I think it's crapping out. Basically, it's like, I suppose, 8 years. That's okay. So I seriously probably should go and get another Wi-Fi booster. TP Link, toilet paper link. Do cheap Wi-Fi boosters? Sorry, I just saw. Oh, the Pope's brother admits he'll probably tone it down after far-right posts. He removed Facebook posts. He was doing some right-wing conspiracy theories. 73-year-old Floridian enjoys line dancing. Yeah, that's fun. The Pope's older brother posted right-wing conspiracy shit to his Facebook page. Could I quickly repeat what you made? Oh, yeah, I bet it was. Okay. So this cocktail, it has sake, like Japanese rice wine, white rum, 1.5 ounces of each, and then just a quarter of an ounce of sherry and a quarter of an ounce of dry vermouth, and about a teaspoon or a bar spoon of sugar syrup. So yeah, like 3 of the 4 main components are wine related, and it's definitely got that vibe. Oof. This is somewhere between an 8 and 9 out of 10. It's really quite nice. It's got a nice, really clean taste. Oh, Heine, you got a Blu-ray haul. There you go. We're all going to miss physical media one day. So yeah, Skylar, this is like 90% of the cocktail recipes I find on a site called Difford's Guide. It's got thousands of recipes on it. Okay, I am super into this cocktail. I think the mark of a good cocktail is the more sips you have of it, the more you like it. This is Celtic VD is not allowed to be near the servo. Shouldn't be allowed out in public. Oh, here you go. Blu-ray haul. Black Swan, Knight's Tale, Tomb Raider, Gulliver's Travels with Jack Black, Slumdog Millionaire, 1080p, good condition. Which Tomb Raider is it? Because there's a more recent one, and there's the Angelina Jolie ones. I mean, I get plenty of mobile data for what I do in my phone. I'm not going to stream from my phone. Yeah, no, physical media has a lot going for it. Yeah, well, we've had whole streams where I go through my CD collection, and because I'm old, and also my vinyl collection from the 80s. So most of my music from the 80s and 90s. Ah, you like industrial and new metal? I've got not so much new metal, but I've got some old school industrial in mine, 80s and 90s stuff. As Lara Croft Tomb Raider was right. You know what? I actually think the sequel was better. The second Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movie. I think she physically is a really good Lara Croft. I think her second Tomb Raider movie was better than the first one. Celtic's banned from the McDonald's. Yeah. He's an idiot. Hey, Rays, how you doing? Have you entered least amount of toxic masculinity feed on the internet? Nice. No, I don't have a cassette player anywhere, I don't think. So I don't have any cassette tapes. How many VH tapes? Not many, if any. I think I've got old Doctor Who VHS and those pornos. Okay, industrial. My big one in the 90s was Consolidated because I'm a raving lefty, and Consolidated were raving lefties. I got some fucked up Sydney stuff from the 90s. Thug. What? Okay. God, there were some hella band names in Sydney in the 80s. The two that really stand out were Throbbing Gristle and Lubricated Goat. I am pretty different to an Andrew Tate feed. This is true. Hey, Home for the Elderly, how you doing? Yeah, got to keep your eyes out for a VHS player. I mean, one will probably show up at some point. And I don't know that. Okay, the darkest, heaviest stuff I've got are the various Fetus releases from the 80s. Jim Fetus, aka J.G. Thirlwell, aka Clint Ruin. He released stuff like with just offensive stuff with fetus in the name. You've got fetus on your breath, scraping fetus off the wheel, the fetus all nude review. And he did a collaboration with another guy under the name Wise Blood. That's one of the darkest, heaviest albums I own. The Wise Blood album, Dirt Dish. It's just all about, I don't know, serial killers and Satanism. Throbbing Gristle sound familiar? Oh, yeah, I like 9 Inch Nails and Skinny Puppy. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'll press my luck. Had one good cocktail tonight. I think I'll make the Margariticus. Just because it calls for ice, and I've got ice in my glass. You like Satanism? Well, Church of Satan doesn't really actually focus. Oh, fun fact, Safa, I had boxes of, the little floppy disks, and Dave Blumenstein said he had a friend who uses them for art projects, and I was like, oh, okay, he can have all these. Dave said he'd be very excited. So basically he paints on the floppy disks, like games that don't exist. So it's like the disc for a game that doesn't exist. And I've seen some of them. They're very cool. So he got dozens out of me. So it's like, I hope he appreciates them. The 3.5 inch ones. I used to have some of the old school big ones as well. Okay, so the Margariticus, tequila, Italicus, lime juice, agave. Okay, let's do it. Oh, Oil and Gold. I fucking love that album. That is such a good album. Oh God, the floppies probably were mainly photos. Some of them might have had games or text files on them. I really don't know. Yeah, I got quite a few bottles of 70s alcohol from Dave. The Americans store nuclear codes on 8-inch floppy disks. Damn. I mean, why hasn't Dave been back in person? He's been in the chat. He's Naked Fella. If it comes up Naked Fella Productions, that's his production company for his animation. He just hasn't been around at night for a while. All right, I'm going to make a Margariticus. A margarita with Italicus instead of orange liqueur. Okay, these out of the way. I'll put them over here. And okay, rum goes on the rum table. Reposado tequila. So that's añejo. What I have that's reposado. Oh God, I have a tiny bit of reposado. Oh, I have to get some reposado tequila. Okay. Okay, this goes back in the cupboard. Let's do this cupboard of mystery. Where is the Italicus? There's the Italicus. Sounds like a name from a Roman legionary movie, doesn't it? Italicus. Hail, Italicus. What brings you to Rome this day? What do I want? Lime juice, agave. Where did I put the agave? It's over here. Yeah, I don't know if me going over here to make a cocktail cursed the internet last time. We'll have to see. I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm not cursing the stream by going over here. All right, so tequila. No. Italicus. Wait, where's my lime juice? It's over here. No. So just got to go with. Did he have a recommended garnish? Mosquito? Margariticus. Oh, lime wedge. No, we're not doing that. While the gang's all here. Selection of movies to put on Discord. Woman in Black. Honestly, I thought Warfare was boring. I need to be clear on that. Or the Minecraft movie. I got to watch the Minecraft movie at some point. No, but it's it. Minecraft movie is a huge hit. Defied all expectations. Most successful video game adaptation movie. Just goes to show, nobody knows anything. That's an old adage about Hollywood from screenwriter William Goldman, who wrote the script for one of my favorite movies, The Princess Bride, and a bunch of other stuff. He was a very well-regarded screenwriter. But his big thing was that no one really knows what's going to succeed. All right. Like, spoiler alert, I don't actually have high hopes for this cocktail, so I might get pleasantly surprised. Let's see what happens. All right. What are the measurements? 5 mils of agave. I'll just get that ready. 5 mils of agave. 45 mils of tequila. Oh, there's exactly 45 mils left. It's the end. I need to get some reposado tequila. Okay. Nice coincidence that I had exactly the right amount left. I would have just topped it with other tequila. I have no qualms. Okay, let's go. Uh, 30 mils of Italicus. Fun fact, Italicus, if you don't know what it is, it's a bergamot flavored liqueur. And bergamot is the flavor of Earl Grey tea, basically. So it's very floral sort of liqueur. Agave. And a couple of drops of sea lime. All right. You know what? I'm going to use the same. Oh, no, I'm not going to use the same glass. This is meant to go on ice. All right, let's... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Stop. Be easier for editing if I do that. Save some of this. All right. Man, that agave syrup is really thickened up. Okay. I didn't take a picture of my fucking cocktail. Fucking idiot. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's do that voodoo you do. Okie doke. Okie dokie, Skip, where do you want to go to? Oh, what's that all about? Okay, we're ready. Which bottle is doing that? Bottle's making a noise. Okay. G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail is called a margariticus. It's essentially a margarita where you swap out the orange liqueur for Italicus. If you don't know Italicus, it's a bergamot liqueur. It's basically the same flavor as Earl Grey tea. And what's funny is me, like a lot of people, found a recipe once upon a time, in my case years ago, that said, get Italicus. And you go, you know what, I'll get Italicus. And then you can never find anything else that uses it. So whenever I see a recipe that says use Italicus, I go, ah, a use for Italicus. Let's see if it's a good use. Ooh, that is pretty interesting. I didn't expect this to go so well with the sort of earthy notes of the tequila, but it really does. I'll show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Reposado tequila, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of Italicus, and then half an ounce or 15 mils of lime juice, then around a bar spoon or 5 mils of agave syrup, and to bring out the flavors, we're doing 3 drops of saline solution. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. It isn't a particularly clear drink, so it's not really showing off the clear ice, but clear ice is awesome. And if you check on my channel, you'll find a couple of videos showing you how to do it at home with really simple equipment. It doesn't take up a lot of freezer space. You don't have to have that whole esky or cooler in there. It's a very clever hack, and it's worth exploring because clear ice just looks cool. This is a pretty good drink. I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. I hope you enjoy yourself wherever you are, and I do hope to see you again sometime soon. Until such time as I do see you, I will say cheers. Put the lids back on the bottle, although that's going out. Okay. This is one of those times where I get self-conscious and suspect someone's going to go through my recycling bin and see how many bottles of booze are in it, because I actually emptied a couple of bottles this week that I'd had for years, but by sheer coincidence, I finished them all. So I think that tequila bottle, when I chuck that in recycling, that will be at least 4 booze bottles in the recycling, which I just worry makes me look like an absolute alky. Hey, Pat, how are you doing? So you're going to give Warfare a miss. Look, I like war movies. I like war movies based on real things. I like war movies based on real things where things go tits up. Recent war movies that fit that would be Black Hawk Down and We Were Soldiers. It's kind of like disaster movies or zombie apocalypse movies. The ones that start off and everything's normal, but then you just hit that tipping point where shit ain't normal anymore. Shit's gone wrong. I quite enjoy that sort of thing. So, by my measure of what I like in war films, I probably should have enjoyed Warfare. I just didn't. It was like, I think in simple terms, not enough happened to keep me interested. Which again, given that it was based on real events, I'm sure would have people who are involved going, hey, fuck you, man. I'm sorry my traumatic experience wasn't interesting enough for you. Just obsessing it. There's only a couple of cherries left in this jar. And I intend on getting a couple of them. Vegemite in a cocktail. I do have Vegemite infused vodka, which is fucking full on. And I have a spirit that is essentially distilled Vegemite, and it's not bad. It's kind of like a gin that's salty. You enjoy decent comedy. They don't make them anymore. It's been a recent good comedy. Dicklands. The website that goes hard. What did they call it? No, it's not. Well, okay, look, no, it's Archie-mite because it's made by the Archie Rose Distillery. They do gin they do make a vodka. They make a couple of vodkas, and they make whiskeys as well. But yeah, they did this distillate that had Vegemite in it. They call it Archie-mite. What's happening this Friday, Pat? What movies do I like? Well, like all time or recent? Watched Death of a Unicorn recently. That was funny. Hello to you too, Jude. It was weird. I think they made a mistake with Paul Rudd's character. He could have fulfilled his role of being a simp to the rich people without being so fucking annoying. I'm sure. Pat's every week at the movies. They must love him. Yes, you saw that with Home for the Elderly. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It's not going on my all-time favorites list. Oh, God, I started fucking watching this one on Prime called Tin Soldier. Decent premise with a cult and everything. It's got Robert De Niro and Jamie Foxx in it. You know, good cast. And I started watching it, and then out of the blue, there were like these really fucking annoying voiceovers, like dreamy sequences of not giving anything away, but just voiceovers. And I was like, why the fuck are you doing that? You don't need to explain anything. It's kind of really clear what's happening. And you could just show that by character interactions. And the third fucking voiceover sequence, I was just like, okay, fuck that. And I just stopped watching it because I was just like, fuck it. Wrestling Friends tomorrow night. I'm going to a distillery for a special launch tomorrow night. So I'm probably not streaming. I'm probably not streaming on Friday or Saturday night. Friday because I'll be out, but I won't be out super late. There's a non-zero chance I would decide to do a late stream, but probably not. Saturday night is Mrs. Angry's birthday, and going out. Not going to be out super late. I could maybe do a late stream again, but I probably won't. Actually, I could just jump on and do a stream, just a YouTube stream on the train. I could do that. God, which channel am I logged into on my phone? Thank you, Skylar. There's like me and Mrs. Angry and my son have our birthdays within about a month of each other. So going out in the city next week. Thanks, Pat. Mine was a couple of weeks ago. Mrs. Angry is tomorrow. Young Mr. Angry is after that. I spilled something sticky on the floor. Don't know if you can hear the noise my shoes making. I'm going to have to mop in here or something. Okay. I was going to make one more short video tonight. I might still do that. Yes, so we're doing a birthday dinner on Saturday night. Just going to the pub. Nothing overly fancy, but it's a nice pub. There's nice food and drinks. Your birthday is August 12th. Your mum's the 13th. There you go. Oh, God. 2 of my brothers were born on their grandfather's birthday. Different grandfathers. So my mum managed to have one child on her dad's birthday and one child on her father-in-law's birthday. I mean, is that dutiful or what? You guess who was spoiled by those grandfathers? So, yeah. I just remain glad that I missed having the same birthday as Hitler. I'm only one day off Hitler's birthday. What does what word mean, Safa? I said a lot of words. Do you mean dutiful? That is someone who fulfills their duties. Your 29th August. Yeah, no, Hitler's 420. So while all the stoners are celebrating 420 Blaze It, the neo-Nazis are celebrating Hitler's birthday. That's okay. I'm not super big on margaritas. That's okay, though. 7 out of 10. Your old man was Grumpy Huff. One of your birthdays that landed on Father's Day. I would have thought that was a good thing. Joint celebration. Ooh, nice. It's always good to have good convos. Yeah, stoner neo-Nazis. Blaze it for the Führer. I always say with neo-Nazis and they want to go to Hitler's birthday, I was going, yeah, play Follow the Leader, you freaking jerks. Just follow in the footsteps of your glorious leader. And it's just like, you scumbags. I was listening to some people talking about Kanye West apparently released a track about Hitler. And I was just like, oh my God. That boy ain't right. That's what I'm saying. Trying to channel Hank Hill there. That boy ain't right. Speaking of which, new King of the Hills rebooted King of the Hills meant to come out, isn't it? Watch State of Origin in Dubbo. Dude, there was fuck all else to do but watch TV in Dubbo. Fuck nothing happened in that town. Have an hour conversation. Yeah. I mean, that's a definite connection, Justin. There's no two ways about it. Being able to have a conversation like that. That's a good thing. Proper connection and conversing. That's great. All right, you know what? I've still got a head of steam. What are we? First hour in. And I was trying to catch up on the short videos. Might make one more short video. The mosquito from Attaboy in New York. Mezcal. Ginger syrup. Yeah, this one sounds interesting. I might end up really liking it, but I don't know. Oh God. Okay. Heidi, we had a museum, the Dubbo Museum. Wasn't flash. It was like in a terrace house. And there were bits about the history of Dubbo and surrounding farms. And absolutely weird, random shit. They literally, and this is one that I didn't know if it was real or not. It was like the head of a two-headed sheep, but it was in a jar. It actually looked like it could have been ceramic rather than real. But also, they had a bunch of stuff in jars of formaldehyde, snakes and whatnot. And there was like a two-headed kitten in a jar. There was a head at each end, and that looked real. It was in a jar of formaldehyde. But yeah, I went to the museum multiple times. Love stories start off with 6-hour phone calls. I don't know if you know. No, I was not an alcohol drinker in my youth. It's a late in life thing for me. I live in a senior park. Surprising amount of crime and drama. Oh, I went to the zoo heaps. The other tourist attraction that I went to repeatedly in Dubbo was the old Dubbo jail that even had a gallows. I think it was 13 people were hanged in the prison. The most famous person being hanged there was a member of Jimmy Governor's gang. I don't think it was Jimmy Governor. There was this was actually basically an Aboriginal outlaw gang. There's a movie, a novel and a movie dramatizing the story. It's called The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith. It's like from the 70s. So one member of his gang was hanged in Dubbo. Off to sleep? Got a shift? All right. Yeah, need your sleep, man. All right. Think about the fact France was still using guillotine. Yeah, in the 1970s. The last guillotine execution in France was in the 1970s. Wild AF. Theoretically, from a certain point of view, humane execution, because it's fucking sudden, getting your head. But of course, we don't know how long the person stayed conscious, because theoretically, you could for a while, just because your head was cut off, your brain doesn't die straight away. You might be going, because there are all sorts of stories from the terror and the French Revolution of, but you can't, these were anecdotal, you can't necessarily believe them, but stories of the head in the basket, the eyes moving around, and people shouting things or slapping the face, and the face seeming to react to it. Fun talk. We talk about anything. Now we're talking about decapitation. I love it. All right, the mosquito. I am going to quickly make this because I'm actually kind of intrigued to try it. So I'm just going to reuse this glass. Oh, waste not, want not, I say. Okay. Let's get it on. Okay, this glass. There we go. That's all good in the hood. Okay. That out there. The talc is back in here. Do-do-do-do-do. We want our bittersweet aperitivo. Grapefruit. Wait, what were the other? I don't think there's any other liqueurs. Lemon juice and ginger syrup, which I have. Okay. Close the doors. Ginger syrup's over here. Ah. Ooh, gassy. Are you gassy, Marge? Are you gassy? Okay. Empty bottle of tequila. So, mezcal. That's what I want. Something's missing. What's missing? Mezcal. Wolf Lane. It's a cute bottle. I probably won't keep it when it runs out, but it's a cute bottle. Okay. This is all equal parts, 3/4 of an ounce. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Time to bring everything back out. Don't forget my water. Oh, who's that? Shadow Chew. Hello. I'm just making a cocktail. I'll be back to sit down and Shadow Chew. I feel like what's the thing with screen names like that? That's maybe a game reference or an anime reference. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm not familiar with it though, so I'm just guessing. All right. Let's get this happening. This is not really happening. Let's turn this on. Yep, I thought I fucked that up. Okay. Come on, goddammit. Got to try a little tenderness. I really should get another cable for this. This does not seem safe. But I'm a wild and crazy guy. What's this looking like? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Right, I think we're ready. That might be a bit bright. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. Mezcal. Aperitivo. Lemon juice. I should have done a bit less. I usually like it less than the recommended amount. Ginger syrup. All right. That's almost gone. 3 drops of saline. All right. That's it. Oof. Let's do this. Thanks for the ice. And first, let's put some fresh ice in as well, because I have some ice here. Oop, that's a lot. Well, you know, that's fine. Let's put these lids back on so I don't fuck anything up. Okay. Let us start the camera again. Okay, where's that glass? Let's put that there. Ooh. I love that smoky mezcal smell. Oh, this could be good. You never know. All right. Yeah, why not? Fucking lie. Seriously. Ah. All right. Get this lined up. We got all lined up. That's ready? G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail is called the Mosquito, created by Sam Ross at the Attaboy Bar in New York. Apparently, they have a bunch of equal parts cocktails on the menu, and they name a lot of them after insects. This is one of them. It's called the Mosquito, and I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm actually liking this more than I thought I would. It's got really interesting elements in it. I'll show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of mezcal, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of a bitter red aperitivo, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of lemon juice, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of ginger syrup. Rounding things out with 3 drops of saline solution to bring out those flavors. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. I think the warmth of the ginger syrup and the smokiness of the mezcal are working particularly well together. So the aperitivo part, you could use Campari or Aperol. This is actually from a local maker called Wolf Lane. It's a grapefruit aperitivo. It's about the same bitterness as Aperol. Campari is actually way too bitter for me, so I never use it. But you can improvise around that yourself. And hell, those equal parts cocktails, they're a very interesting template. And this one has worked pretty well. It's called the Mosquito. I recommend you give it a go yourself. And I recommend you come back and see me for some more cocktail ideas. Until I do see you again, I will say, cheers. Ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Doo-ba-doo-doo. Oh, was he lying? Does he actually like it? It's a mystery. One thing's for sure. This guy lies a lot. Okay. Oh, what are we doing here? Stop, stop, stop. Switching things off. Switch that light off so we got more gentle mood lighting. And right. Oh, now let's sit down. Chill out. Put that in this glass. Put that over there. We're all good in the hood. Ah, Shadow Tube is an anime reference. There you go. I got the vibe. Yes, there are lots of stories of consciousness after decapitation with the guillotine. But of course, no one's done a proper scientific study because that would not be ethical. But, you know, it's a fun stream when we start talking about decapitation. Oh, you're talking about it on Unexplained. Yeah, some fella figured out again. That fella would be hypothesizing because, and I'm prepared to be proven wrong here, but to the best of my knowledge, there's not been what you would call a scientific examination of a decapitated head's ability to react after decapitation. Did give a name, but it didn't stick on with you. Yeah. Like I said, I'm prepared to make a big sweeping statement, and that the guy who said that, it's a hypothesis. It's in no way been actually tested with actual decapitated people. So, Shadow True, name's your idea. Added the word Jew. Nice. Good stuff. Oh, God, is there a new Google logo? Is it one of those things where the change is so fucking small you can't see it? Let me have a look. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm eligible for a complimentary health check. That seems like fun. Given that I know the answer is you're not fucking healthy. Okay. Well, when I look on Google search, it's just Google written in white. But then I've put a background on my Google search. Oh my God. Corpos who do tiny, tiny, tiny little changes and act like it's a big deal. Their head's so far up their ass. I don't know about concept. What's threefold? Ooh. Threefold, Steve the Bartender's Gin Distillery, Island Time, the gin crafted for when time slows down. It's a collaboration. Green mango, oyster shells, galangal, toasted coconut. Tropical. KIN approached us to create something truly bespoke. Chef Bin and the Kin Kitchen. So they've teamed up with a restaurant. Okay. This is meant to be a Thai flavored gin. We're toasting, drying, and preparing botanicals. Island Time gin. That kind of sounds fun. But I don't think I'll get it. Tell us your thoughts. As one of the legends who support us, Archie Rose, over our first 10 years, we'd love to hear what you think. You get 15% off an online purchase. But I have to purchase in the next week. Mind you, they did have a fucking whiskey that I wanted. Maybe we'll do that survey together. And what oh, shit. Shit. Nicks have got fucking Smith and Cross rum back in. Shit. They only have that in about once a year. How much? I'm going to have to look at how much Smith and Cross I've got. Do I need a backup? Ugh. Do I need a backup Smith and Cross bottle? This is an important question to me. I need to look. Yes, I know Weezer. They were good once upon a time. Was described the guillotine days. A physician was present beheading. Yeah, again, not scientific. It's anecdotal. I actually did hear something about that. The wife of someone in Weezer shot at a cop. I did actually see that story. Do you mean final seats from the election? What are you saying there, Justin? Oof, this is super weird. The ginger is coming out much stronger in this drink now. It's actually quite an intense ginger taste. Yeah, I mean, that was a super random news story. Wife of a member of Weezer shot at a cop. It's like, sure, okay, why not? Oof. Okay, so now I'm just going like, has Nick's Wine Merchants got anything else I want to buy? Price lowest first. Short answer is I don't think Nick's have anything I particularly want to buy. Mind you, they had a really good special on a Whistle Pig rye, I think. No, okay, what are we going? Whistle Pig. Do they still have that special? 250 down to 190. I don't want to pay $190 for a bottle of whiskey. Maybe they stopped the special because I remember they had one special that I thought sounded really good. Yep, I think they don't have the special on anymore, and that's fine. This is just stopping me from spending money, which is good. We'll dip out of that. We won't spend that money. Hey, Danny. Yes. No. Yeah, no. The headless chicken was real. What happened is like they were going to kill a chicken on a farm, and they went to chop its head off, and it moved in the mist. They did actually remove its head, but I know chickens have a really small brain, and its brain stem was still there, and it was running around, and it lived for ages. It was like a sideshow attraction for a while. That's a real story. Oh God, you've got a friend of 19 obsessed with YouTube Shorts. Keeps sending you vids. So fucking bad. Stop or I'll block you. A pug dog rescuing a baby on a sinking ship. Is it... Are they... A pug dog rescuing a baby, is that like an AI-generated video? Oh, okay. So I did not enter the draw for Starwood. I'm going to Starwood, where I definitely get a bottle of the co-ferment. I've already paid for the ticket. So it's a launch event. I think I get some cocktails, tastes of some things, some snacks, and I get to take home a bottle of co-ferment. All for probably the price of what co-ferment is selling for. That's pretty good. Dude, chicken that lived for 18 months, choked to death in a corn kernel, had to be hand. Yes, I think they were very upset because it was an attraction and they accidentally killed it. Yes, well, things they're doing with genetic modification are a little bit creepy. But yeah, this was just a chicken that had its head cut off, but like its brainstem was still there. Freaky AF. But also, even humans, there's a story of a guy from the Civil War, and like he was loading his musket, the thing you do where you get the metal rod and you're tamping it down the barrel, and the gun discharged and fired the rod through his head, like went through his eye socket and straight through his head. And he survived, but apparently his personality was completely changed. Like he lived and functioned, but the damage his brain suffered completely changed his personality. Birds are, the raptors are closest, but yeah, birds generally aren't as far evolved from dinosaurs as mammals. They're as close as reptiles are. They're experimenting with chickens to revive dinosaur traits. Oh my God. That just reminded me of a video I saw on the Onion website, the satirical news site. There's a panel on a talk show saying, like, and the headline was, giant crabs pose no danger to humans, say experts. And it's like some company has genetically engineered 10-meter wide crabs that can spit acid 20 meters. So they'll be great help in construction and whatnot. They definitely won't turn on the human masters. Yeah, the Chukosaurus. But I mean, you look at some of the raptors. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at a cassowary, dinosaur murder bird. That's him, Phineas Gage. The tamping rod fired straight through his brain. Oh God, what did you put on Discord? Oh wow, Discord's crapped out on me. Oh yeah. Sorry, I have an ethical and moral objection to AI-generated slop. Just because a consistent number of my artist friends have expressed extreme, and again, not down on anyone. It can be lots of fun. I mean, go for it. Do whatever you want. I'm just not propagating AI-generated images. Oh, so if people in Darwin turn the heaters on if it drops below 20 Celsius, they get really freaked out. If they get an actual cold day, they freak the fuck out. Because the temperature doesn't change that much during the year. Humidity changes more than anything. They do obviously get temperature fluctuations between summer and winter, but nowhere near as much as Melbourne. Actually, I'm just saying that. Maybe I should look it up. Let's go Darwin average temperature in December. Okay. Yeah. Same averages in October, November, December. So averaging 33 in December. So let's say, what is it in July? 31. So the average high in June, July is 31. The average high in December is 33. So there's hardly any temperature variation. It's just the humidity changes. Which, again, that's fairly fucking weird, in my opinion. Anything you can appreciate AIs used to bring old photos to life. Yeah. It's just kind of tacky. Create a mini T-Rex, modifying a chicken, becomes a T-Rooster. Look, I'm going to do this Archie. Oh, wow, that was weird. I just clicked on the wrong thing. I'm going to do this Archie Rose questionnaire. Do it along with me. Okay. So Let's look at these questions. Which Archie Rose products have I purchased? Gin and whiskey and rum. Okay. Have I tried myself? I have actually tried their vodka and canned cocktails. How often do you buy a spirit online or in a store? More than once a month. Are you a whiskey drinker? Yes, regularly. If you're a whiskey drinker, what 3 factors are most important? Price comes into it. Country of origin. Flavor profile. Okay. How motivating do you find Archie Rose's origin as an Australian brand purchasing? It's a key factor. What else makes the Archie Rose brand appealing? Make between 1 and 3. Australian made and owned. That's it. If you were to purchase online from Archie Rose, which delivery option? Standard. Have you purchased a tailored spirit? I actually have. I had the personalized angry whiskey, which I'm pretty sure I've drunk all of. How much do you typically spend? Honestly, if I'm really honest, $50 or less. Purchasing item. Which additional items would you find useful to be able to buy? Garnishes, cocktail. I'm going to say ice trays. Fuck it. When considering giveaways, what do you find most appealing? Spirit samples, canned cocktails. I'm going to say spirit samples. Where have you seen Archie Rose advertised? Social media, I think. That's about it. Like-minded Australians should collaborate with them. Ooh. Okay. Someone give me a suggestion. Who should the Archie Rose Distillery collaborate with? I love that. Home for the Elderly playing along with me. Nice. Yes, you've seen it advertised on the Angry Aussie stream. You think they should collaborate with Starwood, another distillery? Safa thinks they should collaborate with Vegemite. Bigger cheese. Oh. They should collaborate with Alcoholics Anonymous. Wait, which are you saying yes to yourself, Home for the Elderly, that they should definitely collaborate with Starwood? All right, I'm going to put it. Because I don't have any input. Starwood. Don't know if that makes sense to them, but that's okay. Thanks for taking the time. Use this space. Any final comments? How can improve your experience with Archie Rose? No, I got nothing. Code Archie15. Okay, so now I got to look. How much is the orange curacao? Archie Rose. Marionette curacao. Shop now. $139. So that'll be about $20 off if I get that. We're going to bring it down to $120, under $120. Nah, I am so keen to taste that. I am super keen to taste that. But I'm trying to be good and failing really badly. Yeah, but I don't know if it's just counterintuitive because they're both distillers. Like that collaboration that I was just looking at there with a liqueur maker. The code's Archie15. Get 15% off. You're going to get it? Yeah, well, we'll save you $20, basically. Just use the code Archie15. Pandemic among seals and penguins. Is that the avian flu's infecting birds all over the world? Some bad shit. Oof, what are we doing? So this is the thing I was going to do tonight is put the jam cocktail in a barrel, but it's like too messy and I need to get things. I think I'll just do it during the day tomorrow. I'm going to put the jam cocktail. Also, in my new barrel, I'm going to put the new make in. So I was thinking, okay, so I've got most of it's going to be this corn spirit, which is kind of like what you'd make bourbon out of. And of course, if you're making bourbon, you use new oak barrels, haven't had anything else in it. Whereas I have a tendency to season the barrel with like red wine or port or something. So I'm thinking, actually just use the new barrel. Don't season it. Just use like new oak. So it's like bourbon. But I'm going to top it up with this high proof peated single malt. So it's going to be like a peated bourbon. So yeah, I thought it'd come under $120. Yeah, 118. There you go. Yeah, it's basically like a 1 liter jar. Oh, Justin, there are 1,000 things that could cause us to have another pandemic tomorrow. Oh, well, tomato is a very interesting flavor to put into cocktails, actually. Whether you just do a tomato infusion or use tomato water. I've used... Oh, you're going to send me a taste. Nice. Well, we haven't sent each other samples for a while. Should maybe do that again. Are you in the draw for the co-ferment? Yeah, I mean, Bloody Mary is the most famous tomato one. I did a clarified Bloody Mary. The thing, tomato juice is acidic enough on its own to curdle milk. But of course, you have lemon juice in a Bloody Mary anyway. So I did a clarified Bloody Mary a couple of years ago now, and it was pretty good. You are in the draw. All right, cool. So you get your own co-ferment. On the off chance you don't, I am getting some. So I'll have some tomorrow. Like I said, but I'm probably not streaming tomorrow or Saturday, but I might. And if I do, I'll do a taste. It's very interesting. It's like a hybrid of whiskey and brandy. A grape base and a malt base mixed together. Yes, if you don't actually get one, I'll definitely send you a sample. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. I think you're going to be fine. I've only missed one of those. I've told this story before. It was for the stout cask finish, and honestly, I took it as a personal insult and said, "Fuck you! I bet it sucks." I didn't think about it, but now you can just get it. You can get the stout cask at Dan Murphy's. But I didn't get it from there. I was at the Elysian Whiskey Bar, and I saw they had it, and I went, "Oh, I wondered what that was like. Can I get a serve of the Starward Stout cask?" And I was hoping, I was literally going like, I hope we're going, "Yeah, it's nothing special." I didn't miss anything. And I tasted it, and it was so fucking good. I was like, this now. I'm really pissed off that I got kicked out of the raffle, and it's actually really good. But as I said, you can just get it from Dan Murphy's now. Whole flame. I think I might have a small serve of a batched old fashioned. Oh, yeah. I mean, the whiskey, it's right. Drink it right. Like, I almost never do shots. I did those shots on election night, and really good quality whiskeys, and they tasted real good. Normally, I do it in sips if I'm tasting the whiskey. Doing those shots, particularly doing 3 shots, was very unusual for me. But they tasted good. Right, I'm going to have a small serve of... I think I might be due to make another batched old fashioned, actually. There's only a little bit of this left. But I'm putting the rhubarb in the barrel for a week. So very well. Oh yeah, no, I as a general don't do shots because I think it's wasting the spirit. Yeah, but mind you, those shots I did on election night stayed with me. Ooh, okay. Watched a magnificent film. Okay, you keep me on tenterhooks. I'm always keen for a recommendation. Oh, Delicatessen. I saw that. Okay, this is how old I am. I saw that in the cinema when it came out. Yes, it's a French movie from the early 90s. It's the brothers. They actually ended up doing Alien Resurrection, which heaps of people hate, but I really like. But yeah, Delicatessens. It's essentially a kind of post-apocalypse movie. There's this apartment building where there's a lot of shortages, but the butcher suspiciously has a lot of fresh meat. You see, a lot of people really dislike Alien Resurrection. I really like it. Love their other movies. Yeah, and they have, of course, done a lot of movies. The Carroll brothers, if I remember rightly. I have to, the one Alien movie I'm not very familiar with. I've only watched it once. Is the Fincher one, Alien 3? I have to rewatch that. Apparently, that was production hell. Oh God, City of Lost Children is such a fucking intense film. Oh my God. But even on the Alien front, the newest one, Romulus, was pretty good. I very much enjoyed that. I don't know what that means. TV Spivet movie, so heartwarming. It's like a young Sheldon movie. Jude, you go to Neighbor, loves and in all kinds of horror movies. If you have a true gory story, it turns quite green. Alien Week. Yeah, you could definitely do worse things. Okay, so I'm always kind of a fan of, director's cuts. The director getting to say, Like I'm doing this, release for home, whatever, that's got the stuff that I was forced to cut out. But sometimes, it's better without it. Okay, T.S. Spivet. I don't know that one at all. That's why I was drawing a blank when you typed it. But, okay, spoiler alert for a 30-year-old movie. There's in Aliens, the second Alien movie, the version that was released to cinemas and the original home release was like, Ripley just gets a call that they have lost contact with a colony on the alien planet. And you know what's happened. You know the aliens have got them, but you don't know for sure because you haven't been shown. They actually shot a scene with the colonists on the planet where it's made explicit that the aliens had got the colonists. I think it worked. And there's an extended version where that's in it, this scene with the colonists on the planet. And again, that's like a whole bunch of people are in that sequence and they got completely cut out of the movie. That must have sucked. Like, there's a couple of people who were like featured in that sequence and they must have thought, this could be my big break. I'm in a blockbuster movie. And they got cut out. That would fucking suck. But anyway, I think the version where you don't explicitly see what happens to the colonists is better than the director's cut, where you do see what happened to the... Because the whole thing is the Marines are all coming down and land on this planet, and it's going to be a shit show. The aliens have fucked everything up, but you haven't explicitly been shown it, so it gets slowly revealed like a haunted house, and it's really good. Yes, you remember the story I've told. I did one day's work as a featured extra, for which I was paid a couple $100, but it wasn't used in the movie, which was a bit disappointing. Yeah, it's a bug hunt. You and Soph watched the anniversary 4K version of Big. Half an hour of extra scenes. Good Lord. So, yeah, you really recognized when it was an extra scene. Okay, I didn't even know they had done that. Big's not a movie that strikes me as needing a director's cut. This movie was a very low-budget pseudo-documentary. I don't know that it even got a home video release, let alone a director's cut. And in fact, I only knew it was on because I was with a friend and just walking past the Valhalla cinema in Glebe, and it was showing that night. And I went, hey, I think I was in that movie. So we went and watched it. And it was about insurance and insurance fraud. The same people made a Cane Toads movie that was quite good. Yeah, what was it called? I don't remember. Yes, in Sydney. That's when I was living in Sydney. Glebe, Glebe. It's an inner suburb in Sydney. And Valhalla was the artsy cinema there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look up. I'll see if I might be able to find this Cane. I'll start because the same people made the Cane Toads movie. Cane Toads, An Unnatural History. That's it. IMDb, 1988. So director Mark Lewis. What else did he do? Natural History of the Chicken. Rat. Little Women. Wow. Worked on the Little Women TV series. Director. What the motherfuck? I was literally... No. Director. Cane Toads did another Cane Toads one, trying to repeat the thing. Standard of Perfection. Secrets of the Dead. Dispatches. Animalicious. Rat. Gaudy. Wonderful World of Dogs. Round the Twist. No, okay. Apparently he did not maybe I was wrong. He didn't do the movie I was in, because I don't see that anywhere. Okay. Whatever. He was the director and the producer, writer. Yes, all these people played themselves. No, okay, I didn't find it. Whatever, I don't remember the name of it. Yes, he directed an episode of Round the Twist, the TV show. Yes, the mystery movie stays a mystery. I just can't remember the name of it. Weirdly, I thought it was related, the production company was related to the Cane Toads movie, but apparently not. Add Round the Twist on Plex. Oh God, what was I was actually going to say to you, because I noticed you have Twilight Zone on there. Rod Serling had another series that's less well known that had more of a horror vibe called Night Gallery. Are you familiar with that? Mr. Paxson? I don't think so. Yes, I saw you had the original Twilight Zone, the movie, and the Jordan Peele one. And Amazing Stories, is that a movie? And Masters of Horror. Yeah, see if you can find Night Gallery. Yeah, you've never heard of it. I just remember bits of it from when I was a kid because it was fucking weird. It had some really fucked up stories in it. And what brought this to my mind is I was on Prime. They just added The Outer Limits. And I watched one episode of The Outer Limits on the weekend. And it was such fun. It was just this classic 60s naive sci-fi, like Star Trek, like we can all have a bright and shining future. Amazing Stories was a show by Spielberg. Okay. I think they did a movie as well. I did see that, which was ridiculous. Like HBO was such a good brand, and some coked up fuckwit said, "I'll just do Max," and then never changed back. Yeah, no, it was the 60s Outer Limits, black and white. There is some tripped out stuff on Prime, really old stuff. They even have like some serials from the 30s and 40s. But yeah, I just noticed they had just added The Outer Limits. And so, yeah, I watched the first episode. So cool. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. Like, it was a fun story. You've got them on Laserdisc. Cool. Yeah, although there was this classic thing where they're trying to appear scientific with this guy talking to an alien. Somehow the alien talks English. It's fine. Oh, I do my Grandpa Simpson. I'll be dead in the cold, cold ground before I call Twitter X. Elon Musk is a fucking moron. Oh God, Russ Meyer, Ultra Vixens and that sort of thing. Russ Meyer had a real thing with huge titty women. Russ Meyer, so 70s. Incredible. I think he was a big influence on John Waters, actually. Yes, huge Traxaland. Bustmeyer. Yeah, he was not that subtle, Jude. Well, there's like Valley of the Dolls, the Ultra Vixens. It's just basically, I have no idea what those movies are like plot wise. They're just extremely busty women. They have very pronounced chesticles. It's a hell of a thing. Ugh. All right. Well, of those 3 cocktails tonight, I think we actually had one winner. Oof. What's my Trello doing to me? So, damn it, Jimmy actually has a little asterisk. This is to be considered when I get to cocktails of the year. Might not make the top 10, but it might. Yes, if boobies were truly flotation devices, the women in Russ Meyer films would never sink because they have huge flotation devices. Ooh, what else did you get? Roger Waters, Radio Chaos, Midnight Oil, Black Rain Falls. Oh, I bet that's a good experience putting them on, though. Danny, if Russ Meyer did weather reports, storm in a D cup. I think Russ Meyer was like storm in a double F cup. Honestly, like he was like huge women. Why did I? Oh, I said, why did I get paid money into my account? That'd be my Medicare rebate. I went to the doctor today, not a bulk billing doctor. I had to pay. Because I was talking to the doctor about 2 things, like my long COVID tiredness, and he had a couple of useful suggestions to alleviate that. But the other one, I said, look, I was, one of those things where you wake up in the middle of the night and you go, oh, my arm feels sore. And I just felt, wait, is that a lump? Do I have a lump under there? Is that cancer? Do I have cancer? And I said, and now I can't feel anything, but I'm more paranoid about it. So he did prodded me really hard there and around here. And he goes, no, you've got no lumps. You're fine. Russ Meyer weather report. Multiple E's. Storm coming. Yeah, I know what sort of storm Roger Myers was into. Is that something? Does that mean something? I was actually looking at some of my older videos the other day. I'm not even sure why, but I did. And you see, this is my brown sugar liqueur. But there's one that I did like 3 years ago. And it was a rum liqueur and made with apples and sugar. But it was with white sugar. And apparently I really liked it. I haven't made it since. I think I need to make it again. I have seen Sharknado. Sharknado is actually quite entertaining. I haven't seen House Shark. Piranha 3D, was it like from the 90s or something? There are a bunch of Sharknado movies. I've seen at least 2 of them. But I did genuinely find the original Sharknado quite entertaining. You like Piranha 3D? I mean, oh God, Jaws was such a hit. Just through the 70s and 80s. And every now and then there's another one. It's like big, dangerous animal killing people movies. Like the most recent one is maybe Cocaine Bear. But they keep making because Sharknado was a thing. Whoever's financing, I think it was the Sci-Fi Channel, was financing like low budget schlocky films because you never know when it's good, and they've made dozens of them. Hey, Rukistan plays a game called Maneater. It's basically a shark simulator, very humorous. That actually sounds funny. Oh yeah, because Joe Dante was a student of fucking Roger Corman. He really did low budget. Yeah, Howling and Gremlins. He ended up being a bit of a name. Sharknado, ridiculous on its face. Oh yeah, but it knows how silly it is, and just rolls with it. So yeah, I'm almost out of this brown sugar liqueur, but I think I'm going to remake this white sugar liqueur that I made sometime in the past. because I rewatched this video and I seem to really like it. So it seems like something I should do. Anyway, I'm going to put a splash of the liqueur in my glass to flavour Mrs. Angry's orange peel for her hot chocolate in the morning. And off camera, tomorrow, when I'm supposed to be working, I'm going to put my jam cocktail in a barrel, and I'm going to put the new make spirits in a barrel. The jam will only be in there for a week, but the new make spirits are going to be in there for, I don't know, 4 to 6 months. What are we up to? The 15th. Oh, I've got to remind myself periodically, how long have these spirits been in here? Ned's has been in there since Feb 22nd. The rye has been in there since Feb 20. So February, March, April, May. We are coming up on 3 months. I should probably taste them at the 3. So, okay. Next Friday night, not tomorrow, Friday after, party night. I'm going to try the spirits that are in the barrels. They'll have been in there for 3 months. So Joe Dante's partner, Alan Arkush. Oh, God. I've never seen Heart Bleeps. I really want to watch that. Fucked his career with Caddyshack 2. I drank water. I didn't drink mineral water. I didn't want to open a can. I do not have a digital driver's license. I think they're very high risk myself. I think it's almost inevitable there will be a breach of the digital driver's license servers, and fake licenses get created, or people's licenses get commandeered and some fuckheads run up speeding tickets on someone else's license. I think it's almost inevitable that there will be a significant breach around it. All right, gonna eat my cherries. Is that something that's happened, or you're predicting? Hackers getting access to Google Wallets and whatnot. I know. Hacking. Oh my God, those cherries are so yummy. I actually got a can of cherries in syrup from the supermarket. See if I can do something there. That's not how you spell baguette, but I get what you're asking. And yes, I am planning on having a baguette on Saturday. Yeah, major breaches like that, the banks will be liable to cover it. When I go to the supermarket, didn't get anything interesting. I did go to. I actually got. Okay. I got sausage roll and tomato sauce flavored corn chips, and I swear to God, they literally taste like a sausage roll with tomato sauce. You can taste the sausage, you can taste the tomato sauce, and you can taste the pastry. It's friggin' weird. They were half price. The sausage roll and tomato sauce corn chips were half price, and I thought, fuck it, I'm getting that. And they were freaky good. They were actually quite good. I have to admit, I like sausage rolls. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. I mean, there's, all the big ones have had breaches, Microsoft, etc. But, we're just waiting for an apocalyptic fucking cyber incident. That'll be fun when that happens. Oh, yeah, they weren't very sophisticated ones in Dubbo. I have to admit, I kind of like upmarket ones. So, yeah, honestly, sausage roll versus pie, more than half the time I'm going to get a sausage roll. I like pies as well, but I'm going to get a sausage roll more than half the time. Yeah. I can't walk around with a chunky steak pie. It has to be the minced steak. If I'm at home, like, and I have it on a plate, I got a knife and fork. Okay. Pasties are okay. Not my favorite. Yeah, sometimes you don't really expect them to use great quality meat in a burger. Oh, you like pasties? Okay, that's fair. I hate chewing tough meat. Why I hardly ever have steak. But upmarket sausage rolls, I freaking love that shit. I love that we've gone from decapitation to sausage rolls. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Anyway, okay, I am going to go sleepy bobos. Should I have a good time? And yes, I've had rabbit. Good weekend. Yeah, so I'm probably not streaming on Friday or Saturday, but I might. Watch out for notifications, I guess. Do at the park clubhouse. Someone was barbecuing chicken in the meat smoker. Okay, geez, that sounds weird. Yeah, whenever. I mean, maybe not till Tuesday, maybe even later. Who knows? Who knows? So if I stream on Friday or Saturday, it will probably be with not much notice. And I'll just stream. And I don't know if people get the notification show. Maybe, but more likely than not, I won't stream. But who knows? Who knows? But I am going to bed now, sleepy bobos. So you'll take care, and I'll see you another time. Bye for now.
You are totally fucked!